Hi everybody, I'm John Wake. I'm with HomeSmart, and I just updated my data for last week for the Phoenix, Arizona real estate market. So let's look at that. Here's the numbers for 2020, and you can just, and then 2019. Let's compare them, 2020 to 2019, and you can see that this is the newly listed for sale. That they're running about 15 to 20% or 10 to 15% more than 2019. Here's the sales. The sales are running, less than that, 0 to 5% more than 2019. Now, despite that, the number of homes for sale isn't building up, but the number of homes under contract is. My speculation was talked about last week is that they're, the mortgage industry is so overwhelmed that it's taking them longer to close transactions, so they're building up. So that's what I think is going on, that this is continuing. This number here always goes up about 30% this week. It's a fluke with the way they get the data from the MLS. But this is showing that the market is very tight, and it's in balance. It's not getting tighter. If anything, it's getting a little bit looser. Maybe in a couple of months, if, like, for example, this trend continues to go down, then maybe by the end of October, things could be loosening up. We could see more homes for sale on the market, which could change the dynamics. Right now, a lot of the market is so tight, they're going directly from into under contract. The first day they're putting in the MLS, they're under contract because there was a contract before they put it under MLS. It's not, a lot of homes are not going to be for sale, and then after so many days, then they go under contract. So that kind of messes up the mechanics of the. Okay, so in the near term, I think the market will loosen up just a little bit, but it wouldn't be a big difference in the market unless something happens. There is a possibility that there was a group of people that wanted to buy homes, and then when the interest rates went down, they started buying, and maybe that group of people are all satisfied now. They will be, and so we won't get a continuing flow of people to buy homes. So we'll see what happens there. But a bigger thing that has me concerned is what happens around January 1, because there was the eviction moratorium that's been extended. It goes to January 1, about that time. What happens then? So there's a lot of people that they're supposed to pay all of their back rent at that time. That's how many people can do that? Like, extremely low. There could be some people can work out a deal with their landlord. Hey, look, I'll pay you half, and then whatever, sign another lease or so. Maybe they can work something out like that. But I think a lot of them are going to end up not being able to pay their landlord, and they just leave. I don't know where those people are going to go. Maybe they go back home, or it's going to be hard to rent another house, because I think a lot of renters have got burned this year. I mean, a lot of landlords that got burned this year are going to be even more particular about who they rent to in the future. But as far as the sale market goes, I think we may see, speculation here on my part, that some landlords are going to say, forget it. I lost a ton of money last year. It was a huge hassle. Forget it. I'm out. When I bought the place a few years ago, this house is worth a ton more. I'm just going to sell it and cash out now. So see some of that. I just don't know how big it will be, whether it'll be a big movement in the market. The other thing that's kind of similar is the mortgage forbearance. A lot of people have been not paying their mortgages. So what happens then? Those people are in a lot better shape, because whereas the renters have to catch up on their rent to get even, the people under the mortgage forbearance, it depends on if there's the typical Fannie Freddie mortgage forbearance, they can just add it to the end of their mortgage. That's terrific. So they're in good shape. They could actually be in better shape than they were before if they haven't paid for a few months, but they have been working. Okay, but some of those people that are mortgage forbearance are not going to be able to pay their mortgage. I don't know how many. Is it big or a small number? And some of them, or most of them, should have equity in their homes. They should be able to sell it and make money, unless they bought it, I don't know, what, a year ago? Even then, prices are up so much might not lose a ton of money. Nevertheless, we could see those people, when the mortgage forbearance ends, just selling. I would expect you would see it now, but then again, if you're not paying your mortgage now, why? You're in mortgage forbearance. You're hoping for the best. You're hoping you get a job. You're hoping you won't have to. And also when it does happen, that probably wouldn't happen in January. Well, it could start in January, but I assume some of these people think, I got to get a job. The market's coming back or the economy's coming back. If I could just borrow some money, some from friends, I'll take some money. I'll pay the mortgage for a while and hopefully I can get a job and can start paying it regularly after that. So pull money out of savings. But I imagine some will just decide, you know what? Now that I have to start paying my mortgage again, I'm going to sell this house. Speculation. So if you have any comments on this idea, on these speculations, I would love to hear them. I have the comments. I got a few comments last week. Comments, and there were some great comments last week on the. So I'd like to hear yours too. Thanks everybody. So be sure if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Phoenix or in Arizona, let me know. I'd appreciate it, and I can put you in touch with a great agent who's a specialist in your area, or if you're in my area, I'd love to work with you. Take care, everybody.